Welcome back, mamas. Okay, so today I want to talk to you about being unhappy. You are just stuck in this place where you are unhappy, you feel alone, you are not sure why, and we are going to get to the heart of it today. We're going to talk all about it and get deep, and we are going to talk about what to do about it. Okay, so let's get to it. Hey, mama, welcome to Prioritize with Purpose. Do you wish you had more time in your day and to feel like you've accomplished something at the end of each day? Do you find yourself up at night, doubting yourself, wondering if you've done enough, but also if you'll ever have time for you again? Do you wake up with big plans only to feel exhausted, out of control, and a little like Cinderella when your to-do list just seems to grow and your day gets thrown off track again? I'm Danielle. I too was a mom of littles running around with endless to-do lists. I too felt behind and guilty, wishing I could find balance, get clarity, and be more present in the moment with my kids. I kept telling myself I didn't have time. Schedules must just not be for me, and that I was too tired to figure it all out. I felt so alone until I made a decision to dig deep and get clear about what I wanted and why. In this podcast, we embrace where we are, but we don't stay there. I'll guide you with transformational tips. You'll learn mindset shifts and be challenged to take back control of your days so you get the most important things done and can be a more present mama who feels like yourself again. So grab the kid as a snack and get your laundry, because I know you're multitasking, and let's get into what I like to call aligned flow. So I want to talk really to those of you who are feeling unhappy. If you didn't listen to Tuesday's episode, I would really love for you to go listen to that, because I think that if you do take my advice and answer those two questions for yourself, it could change a lot. But I'm going to get deeper into the why that is. And to really, I want you to know that you are not alone, that you are not broken, that this is not something that I don't even want to say it's not really your fault, right? Like you feel, I'm betting, because I know this is how I felt, like everything was my fault. Like I must have done something wrong. Like I knew I wanted to stay at home. I just was unhappy now and I was wondering why. And something must be wrong with me. And I was broken. And like I really took it to heart because I like to put everything I am into things, right? Like I'm a super passionate person. And I was putting everything that I had into motherhood. And yet, and this is exactly what I wanted, right? Like I wanted to stay at home with my kids. I wanted to be there for them. I wanted to do all of the things that came with that. But I also felt a little stuck in it. I felt stuck there. I felt like there was all of these to-dos and different things that I was like just having to check the boxes for, but I had lost a part of myself along the way and I wanted that back. I wanted more for myself. And so I then tried to start filling the void by doing all of these things that used to make me happy. But guess what? They didn't make me happy anymore. And so I want you to know that you are not alone in this, that you are, and I've talked to many other moms since then. Like at the time, I told no one. I told no one. I sat with these feelings. I sat with these emotions. I ruminated on them, right? Like I am ADHD brain, right? And so I tend to like ruminate on things and like really replay things in my mind and like, what have I done wrong? And like, what could I do better? And just trying to make myself happy, right? Like I was trying to make myself happy. But what the problem was is that I didn't know what my values were anymore. I didn't know where my priorities lie anymore. Like I did not know anymore. I had really lost sight of what I wanted and what was important to me at this season of my life, right? And so that's a really important part of this is at this season in your life, because your priorities, your values, all of these things, I know you've heard me say it before, but it's so true. They're all going to change depending on the season that you're in. Your values are not going to be the same when your children are babies. They're not going to be the same as when they're toddlers or when they start going to preschool or when they start going to full-time school or once they're in full-time school and all of them are out of your house and you're now at home. Like your priorities are going to change along the way. Your values are going to change along the way. And the mistake I made that I do not want you to make is to fall into like the busy trap, keeping yourself busy with things that used to bring you joy. But guess what? They're not bringing you joy anymore. And you don't understand why. And what I didn't understand, it was because those things weren't important to me anymore. At least they weren't as important as some other things. And they were actually taking my time and my energy away from things that were important to me. And they were taking my time and energy away from things that I did want to focus on. And I didn't see it at the time. I did not see it as I was in it. And it really took some digging deep and really took, it took me going through that a long time alone and sitting there. And then this is me looking back thinking, oh my gosh, because I did the steps a little bit later down the road, I'm like, if I would know now, or if I knew then what I know now, right? Like I would have been so much better off. And that's what I want for you, right? That's what I want for you. So I'm going to start with a quote. And this one is from Tom Bodett. And it says, they say a person needs just three things to be truly happy in this world: someone to love, something to do, and something to hope for. And so I'm like, oh, I kind of like that because someone to love, something to do, and something to hope for is all you need to be truly happy. And I'm like, is that true? Like, I really wanted to challenge that. And if you think about it, someone to love, I know you have someone to love, right? Like you have these two babies or three babies or one baby or however many children, five babies that you have. You most likely have a spouse also to love. You have someone to love, something to do. I can also check that off your list because I know you have many, many, many things to do when you have children of this age, right? When you're a stay-at-home mom with littles, you definitely have things to do, right? So you have something to do and something to hope for. So this is the piece that a lot of times is missing for us because we don't even know what we're hoping for. We're hoping to be happy, right? We thought that when we got to this point, we would be happy. We wanted this. So we kind of planned this for ourselves. We planned to stay at home. And now we're sitting here and we're like, this is what I wanted. And why am I not happy? But what I want to challenge you is something to hope for. Like this could be, if you're planning a trip or something that you're really excited about, that could actually be enough right then because, when you're in the planning and when you're in the doing of the trip and everything, it is going to be probably joyful because you have the some people to love, right? And you have the something to do, the planning of the trip, if you are someone who enjoys like the planning of the trip. So for me, I get a little bit excited about planning a trip. If that's not something that excites you, but I can remember back to those times when I was really in it, that if I look back, it was true that if I had like a trip to plan, I like would go all in on planning this trip. Like I remember I had a binder for our Disney trip, my first Disney trip. I literally had a binder that I had created that literally laid out every single hour of every single day that we were there. But I remember how much joy that brought me. And then I can think forward to other trips. That was some of the happiest times because I had something to look forward to. Right. And that wasn't really like I wasn't fully in my deepest depression at that point in time. And there are going to be times when just that one thing to hope for isn't enough. And so, what I really want to talk to you about is how we need to think about what's truly important to us, what our values are, what our priorities are at this season of our life. When we know that, we can create things to hope for. So I can vividly remember not even knowing it, but knowing that when I was planning trips or when we were traveling, that was when I was the happiest. And so I planned a lot of trips. We went to a lot of places. My mother in law lives in Florida. So we would go to visit her. We went to Disney. Like we would go a lot of places. We went places with my family as well. And I needed those trips to look forward to. Those trips got me through things, right? But what would have been even better? Because that still, while it made me happy when I was doing it and looking forward to that, to those things, did bring me joy and happiness, I still on the daily was feeling this guilt and feeling this aloneness and feeling this heaviness that I was kind of stuck in this now. And I don't want you to feel like you're stuck because if I had like really put it all down and listed my priorities and listed what was important to me and listed my values and lived each day knowing that I had things that I was going to get done, that I had something to hope for, meaning like I knew that I wanted these things for myself, things that were bigger than just my children. And I knew when those were going to come. And I had planned, like I knew what was important to me. Again, it's back to these values and what's important to you. Because when you know that, then you are able to be content. You are able, we talk a lot about comparison on the podcast. You are able, at least you're in a place where you should be able to not compare yourself to someone else, right? Because you know what's important to you. So this is the work that I do now. And this is what I want to help you with because this is so important in order to serve your mental well-being and just your state of mind. And it will help you parent from such a better place. It will help you to be content and happy in who you are and with where you are and with what you're doing. It is just so important. So it is like, I'm going to read one more quote here. This is Mahatma Gandhi. And it says, happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. And I believe this quote to my core. What you think, what you say, and what you do have to be in harmony in order for you to be happy. And when you're sitting there and you're thinking to yourself, you're doubting yourself, you're having all of this mom guilt, you are thinking that you're unhappy, you are trying to pretend that you're not, right? And when your thoughts and your actions aren't aligned, when what you think, what you say, and what you do are not in alignment, this is when you feel the worst. This is when you feel the worst because you aren't able, it's that aligned flow that we talk about, right? Like this is a different form of it because a lot of times when I talk about aligned flow, I'm referring to balance, right? Like balance is what everyone else would call it, but I call it aligned flow because it's when you know where your priorities are and you're able to walk through your day in such a way that is like a flow that's in alignment with your values, your priorities. This is it. What you think, what you say, what you do, when that's in harmony, that is going to create that aligned flow that I'm talking about because your thoughts are huge. Your thoughts, what you say and what you do, they're outward appearances, right? And sometimes they don't match what's on the inside. And a lot of times, if we are feeling those feelings, we are not saying them to anyone else. And so when all of that is out of whack, out of harmony, out of alignment, however you want to say it, we are feeling super stuck, super unhappy. You are not able to be happy when what you think, what you say, and what you do are not acting in harmony. And so this is what I want for you. This is something that is achievable. And it is something where if you just do the work to get clear I have a program that I have created that will help you do this. This is what I'm going to be doing now. This is my life's work. I'm not giving up the podcast. I'm still going to be talking to you guys every single week because I know how important that mindset piece is. And I want to pour that into you. But this work is so important that I've created a whole program around it. And right now it's one-on-one coaching, right? One-on-one coaching. It won't always be this way, but for now it is. I want to help you individually walk through this for yourself because it's going to look different. Everyone's path is going to look different. You can check it out at prioritizewithpurpose.com/coaching. It's an unbelievable deal right now. For $127, you can get the whole 10-week program. I'm doing the 10-week program for the first 5 people who sign up at the 4-week program price. And right now in the month of April, it is $20 off. So after April, it's going to go back up. So for right now, you can get it for $127. It is unbelievable. If you think this might be for you at all, go and sign up, ask me questions on the page, prioritizewithpurpose.com. I promise you will not be sorry because once you get these things figured out, and like I said, I have a plan for you to help you figure this out because I know when I look back, I was like, I thought maybe that I knew what my priorities were, but I really didn't even know where to start. Once I got into it, I was just like so overwhelmed with the amount of things that I felt like I needed to do. And it took a while to kind of get to the heart of what I wanted to do, right? Because we tend to think that we want things that we've heard that we should want, or that maybe other people think we want, or other people have told us maybe we want this. And we might even have wanted it in the past. But at this current moment, you may not want that thing, right? And so it sometimes takes a lot of digging to figure out what it is that you want and what is important to you right now. And to know that just because you can't do something right now, that you can do it in the future, that just gives you this freedom to enjoy where you are right now, knowing that you're going to get where you want to go. And so I just think it's a beautiful process. And I have laid it out in such a way that I know it is going to be of tremendous value for you. So I would love for you to take advantage of that. If this is speaking to you, if you know of someone and you're just listening to this and you're like, I know of someone who needs this, please forward the episode to them or send them to prioritizewithpurpose.com and have them check out the coaching. I'm super excited to walk through this with you. So next week, we're going to get into mom guilt. I know that's a big topic. And so next week, we're going to talk a lot about mom guilt. But until then, I hope that you will think about what your values are. Go back, listen to Tuesday's episode. If you haven't asked yourself those 2 questions, please do that. And I will see you next week. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, Mama. If something spoke to you, would you take 30 seconds to share this with a mom who may need some encouragement in her day? It lights me up to know this hit home with you. So please leave a quick review of the show and check the notes if you want to reach out to me. I'll meet you right back here next week. Keep smiling, y'all.